Breaking news today, classified intelligence regarding Iran has been obtained by CNN and the New York Times, triggering an FBI investigation and raising critical questions. Join us tonight as we explore the real motives behind these leaks.
Hello, and welcome to That News Show, where we discuss the latest facts, fakes, and hypocrisy as reported by the legacy media. Let's roll the tape.
Fox News reports that the FBI is investigating a potential leak of classified intelligence involving Iran to CNN and the New York Times. Is this an act of journalism or sabotage? These media outlets, which previously shielded the Biden-Harris administration, are now privy to sensitive national security information. As the FBI delves into the investigation, we must consider who benefits from America's secrets being shared with globalist media and why it seems to consistently undermine the current administration. It raises a critical question: when did leaking classified information become commonplace in Washington? Tonight, we'll explore the underlying power games, the motives, and what this means for the country. Let's see what we can find out.
I could agree in the sense that what we see is a very important degree of damage, although no one has been there inside to see. Of course, the conclusion is that the damage must be, very, very, very important.
This disruption is a significant setback to Iran's nuclear ambitions, potentially delaying them by years, contrary to some claims from leaked intelligence assessments. Satellite imagery, IAEA inspections, and even statements from Iranian officials all indicate a catastrophic level of destruction at Iran's nuclear facilities. Ultimately, the real harm here extends beyond Iran's nuclear program to the credibility of our own institutions, which suffer when insiders leak sensitive information for political purposes. We must remain vigilant. The FBI's ongoing investigation into this leak is crucial, and those found responsible should face severe legal consequences. Our focus must now be on restoring the integrity of our intelligence community, safeguarding national security against partisan threats, and continuing to pressure those who threaten our way of life. The leak of the preliminary DIA report to media outlets like CNN and the New York Times represents more than poor journalism. It's a strategic attempt by some factions to undermine the current administration and weaken America's global stance. We should avoid being entangled in endless foreign conflicts or swayed by globalist agendas that prioritize the interests of others over our own. And the Fordo site is essentially inoperable, while Natanz and Isfahan have faced irreversible damage. The American people deserve honesty, not the politically charged misinformation that some media outlets have disseminated for years. This isn't about transparency or accountability, it's about sabotage.
The last 4 years under Joe Biden, the world was in real jeopardy because we had a weak commander-in-chief. And when you have a president who our friends don't trust and our enemies don't fear, it makes the world much more dangerous. We've now returned to a world with a strong commander-in-chief in President Trump. Our friends and allies now are able to trust us, and our enemies fear him.
These events are part of a larger narrative concerning the United States' role in global affairs. This approach also presents challenges in avoiding prolonged conflicts. The intelligence leak about the strikes raises serious concerns regarding our national security's integrity. Addressing these breaches is crucial to safeguarding our foreign policy efforts. This strength reassures our allies and deters our adversaries. The strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, though controversial, have highlighted the importance of strong, decisive leadership in international affairs. While some advocate for a more active role in international conflicts, others, including myself, favor a cautious approach that prioritizes American interests and avoids prolonged foreign engagements. The FBI's ongoing investigation aims to hold those responsible accountable, preventing political exploitation of our national security. The previous administration's approach, characterized by a blend of diplomacy and restraint, sometimes left our allies doubting our commitment and our enemies feeling emboldened. In contrast, the current administration's firm stance has yielded tangible results, such as the recent ceasefire between Israel and Iran. As we navigate the complex geopolitical landscape, the recent shifts in U.S.-Iran relations have significantly altered global dynamics.
I will tell you, President Trump went into that NATO meeting in a very strong position because the Saturday military strike on Iran, taking out their nuclear weapons facility, was a spectacular success.
Fox News also challenges narratives from outlets like CNN and the New York Times, which have cited a leaked intelligence report suggesting minimal impact on Iran's nuclear program. Codename to Operation Midnight Hammer, the strike targeted Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan, three of Iran's most fortified sites, with advanced munitions, causing extensive damage confirmed by U.S. and Israeli officials. This strategy aligns with an America First, non-interventionist policy that prioritizes securing national interests and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. This operation has reinforced America's position, evidenced at the recent NATO summit, where the U.S. negotiated from a place of strength. Even Iranian spokesmen acknowledged the severe impact, and IAEA inspectors have verified the destruction. By engaging a diverse range of expert opinions and critically assessing all intelligence, Fox News can strengthen its role as a watchdog against government overreach and media bias. While Iran's nuclear program has suffered a significant setback, regional stability is fragile, and the risk of escalation persists. The aftermath of Saturday's strike on Iran's nuclear facilities has dramatically reshaped the global security landscape. Fox News has consistently highlighted these developments, emphasizing the strategic success through verifiable sources such as satellite imagery and statements from defense officials. The current administration's approach, combining strength with restraint, avoids the pitfalls of open-ended interventions that have previously strained American resources. The contrast with the previous administration is stark. Intelligence consensus indicates that Iran's nuclear capabilities have been significantly set back. The American people deserve honest, fact-based reporting that holds all parties accountable and prioritizes national interest above all else. Incorporating more perspectives from independent international observers could enhance their reporting's credibility.
In my view, the single most acute national security threat America faced is the threat of a nuclear Iran. I think China is the greatest long-term geopolitical threat, but in terms of an acute threat, the Ayatollah, when he chants death to America, I believe him. When he calls America the great Satan, I believe him. And one of the things really important for folks at home to understand, this attack was about protecting America. There is a reason the Ayatollah was working on an ICBM program. ICBM, as you know, Harris, stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. You do not need an ICBM for Iran to attack Israel. For Israel, they are lobbing in ballistic missiles, ordinary ballistic missiles. The only reason the Ayatollah wanted an ICBM was to be able to deliver a nuclear warhead to an American city and to detonate a nuclear warhead in the skies of New York or Washington, D.C. or Los Angeles.
The successful operation targeting Iran's nuclear capabilities has reintroduced a level of stability to these markets. Iran's advancement of an intercontinental ballistic missile program, fueled by the Ayatollah's overt hostility towards the United States, has created a climate of uncertainty that disrupted global energy markets and drove up oil prices. In conclusion, the Ayatollah's pursuit of an ICBM was not about defending Iran or threatening Israel. It was about leveraging American cities, undermining our economic security, and destabilizing the global order. It sends a clear message: the United States will not subsidize the defense of other nations at the expense of our own borders, industries, and families. The current strategy, prioritizing American security and economic interests, marks a stark contrast. By addressing this threat decisively, the administration has safeguarded not only our national security, but also the economic stability of every American family. With major shipping lanes secure and the nuclear threat mitigated, American exporters and importers can operate without the looming threat of disruption, benefiting both Main Street and the stock market. With markets stable and the threat from a nuclear Iran neutralized, entrepreneurs can invest, hire, and expand without the fear of unforeseen disruptions. Each threat of escalation from Iran directly impacted Americans, increasing costs at the gas pump and in grocery stores due to rising transportation and production expenses. The contrast with the previous administration is stark. Where there was once weakness and chaos, there is now strength, order, and opportunity. The American people deserve nothing less. This approach is how we build a strong, thriving nation, by prioritizing America and avoiding costly, protracted interventions that primarily benefit global elites. Small businesses, in particular, thrive under the stability that a decisive, clear foreign policy provides. When examining the economic repercussions of Iran's nuclear ambitions and the recent decisive strikes, it's clear that the impact extends beyond geopolitics. It directly affects the financial well-being of families across this country. The defense and aerospace sectors are experiencing increased investor confidence, and industries linked to global trade, such as shipping, manufacturing, and logistics, are expressing relief. Household budgets are often the first to suffer when Washington is preoccupied with foreign affairs. By taking swift, targeted action and urging NATO allies to increase their financial contributions, the administration has alleviated some of the financial burdens on American taxpayers. Oil futures, previously volatile due to fears of a nuclear-armed Iran and potential conflicts in the Persian Gulf, have begun to stabilize. Can you believe this? When intelligence leaks appear on the front pages of outlets like the New York Times or CNN, it's crucial to question who truly benefits. The truth is clear. This country belongs to its citizens, not to those who leak secrets or peddle fear. The previous administration, led by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, allowed chaos and weakness to define our foreign policy. In contrast, President Trump's leadership prioritizes America's interest, rejects prolonged conflicts, and stands firm against globalist agendas. Reflect on that. Tonight's coverage exemplifies why many Americans are disillusioned with the repetitive narratives from the mainstream media. Be sure to comment below while dropping a like and subscribing. Until next time.